Hey you guys, we are back for another video. We will be doing a slight Christmas freestyle with some Christmas designs because it is that time of the year. As you can see, I already have some Christmas designs going on here. It is like a winter wonderland kind of theme, and I really like how they came out. But for our Christmas designs today, we will be using a red iguana hand. As you can see, I still have my old set in here, and I am just going to take these nails right out, and then I am going to slide the other ones right in. Let me tell you guys, I get so lazy sometimes when it comes to putting on these nails in this red iguana hand that I just be taking the tips and sliding them in. Now, this is not how you're supposed to do it, but this is just how I'll be doing it because I'll be a little lazy, okay? But I am just cutting the tips right now, and I'm not going to glue them on. And you want to make sure that if you are doing it this way, that you are just like really careful and that you hold the tips down as you're like cutting them, and when you start filing them, so that they don't be like sliding off to the side and things like that, because when they slide, they can cut like the nail, it can cut the red iguana hand on the side, and mine was starting to do that, and then I realized why it was doing that. So that's why I'm holding the nails down really hard as I file the sides. Now guys, these are just some snowflakes I got online from Amazon. They were not too expensive, and they came two different kinds in a pack. I will leave the link in the description box. I'm also going to be using a green acrylic from Krylx, and then a red one from Krylx as well. I'll leave those names in the description box. And then the super white cover powder from Valentino. Oh yeah, and also last minute I decided I wanted to use some of the Taupe Krylx powder as well. So for this finger, I'm going to do a candy cane themed kind of design. So I'm just going to go in with the red acrylic and then like try to straighten out the edge of it, and then go back in with the white and I'm gonna keep on doing that process until I reach all the way to the end of the nail, giving it a candy cane look. Now, you guys, I want to add in some small 3D art. I want to do a candy cane. As you can see, I already started it, but then I realized that I was not recording. So now I'm just starting all over. I'm taking a small piece of the white acrylic and I'm just going to use the brush to shape it in the form of a candy cane. And as of right now, I'm just starting with the hook part, and then I'm going to go ahead and add on the pieces to make it into a full candy cane by adding the stem later on. So I really just want to pretty much shape it in the form of like a half moon and just keep on tucking in that middle until it's like nice and sleek on the edges, and then I'll go ahead and I'll add in the stem. So we are just doing the candy cane like this, all white for right now. In the end, I will add some red polish to give it the candy cane red and white stripe look. But for right now, to make it easier, I'm just starting off with all white acrylic. So now we are just going to do an ombre nail on this one, and we are going to be using some of the Christmas trees that came inside of the Christmas glitter from Amazon, and we are just going to pack that on with some of the red snowflakes, and then we're going to do like an ombre style. So we just put like a clear base underneath, and now I am just letting that dry for a little bit, and then we're going to put in the some green for the ombre. So after encapsulating the nail, now we're gonna go to the last nail, which I really wanted to do like a peppermint cream kind of marble look. So we are just using some of the white acrylic. Excuse me, why can't I talk? The white acrylic and red acrylic, and then we're just swirling that around. And for this part, what pretty much helps me to get my marble look is just using a little bit more monomer than what I would normally use if I was making a normal bead, to keep it like a little watery. And then I'll add in like both of the colors and swivel it around, and that's how I pretty much get this look. So after the marble dries a bit, then I'll go in and add in the rest of the acrylic to finish off the ombre look. So I added a bead closer to the cuticle area, and I'm using the Taupe from Krylx. As you can see, guys, I had to pull the nail out a bit because when you stick in the nails and you don't glue them, of course they slide back and forth. So sometimes like I'll end up putting I'll end up putting acrylic too close to the cuticle because it's not glued on, and then I'll like slide it back and slide it up and down and realize, you know, where I needed more acrylic or where I put too much. As you can see, I could put a little bit more acrylic there, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and cut the end of the actual nail so that it can slide in a little bit further. And here I am going in with some more acrylic, adding another bead to the nail that I did earlier because of the same reason. It slid back and forth, so that's how I missed some spots of where I needed more acrylic, but you could just go back in later on. So now you guys, I'm just styling down the sides so that we can get the nails back to our shape. When I am doing encapsulation, or when I'm doing like the acrylic where I am like pretty much doing it in like shapes, like for that candy cane one where it was like rectangles going down the nail, sometimes I do lose my shape, but that's okay. You could just go back in and file the sides off. Also, I don't know if I explained that right, because I said like when you do like the shaped acrylics, like, you know, like when you do like a box on top of another box or a rectangle on top of another rectangle. I don't know what that style is called. So guys, if y'all know what it's called, please let me know in the comments or whatever. But yeah, when I lose my shape, I just go back in and file the sides down. Alright, so after buffing, now I am just going to go ahead and get my candy cane ready for it to go on and for us to paint it. I'm just sleeking down some of the edges a bit with the drill bit, and you can pretty much use whichever drill bit will work for this process the easiest. But after I got it in a sleek enough shape. Now I'm just going to attach it to the nail that we prepared for it with some of the clear acrylic, and we're going to use that acrylic pretty much as like a holding glue. So now guys, we are just going to take our red polish and paint the stripes onto the candy cane. And here are our Christmas nails. So you guys, as you can see, some of the red got smudged when I put it under the lamp, but that's okay. I went back in the end and touched it up. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to drop a comment down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know what you think. Bye you guys.